What's up, guys? It's Andrew Murdoch, and this is Blue Collar and Rich. Guys, today I'm going to talk to you about insurance. Yeah, I know it can be a dirty word in some circles because a lot of us have heard those terrible stories of those ginormous insurance companies that denied claims because maybe you didn't read the fine print, or maybe you didn't read the exclusions, or maybe you didn't understand what a definition of disability was. Guys, if you're lying awake at night worried about your bills because the universe threw you that curveball, you have an illness, a sickness, a diagnosis, perhaps a death in the family, then this is the video for you. Because you know what? They don't teach us this stuff in school. It all falls on our own shoulders to be educated and informed with these products and services out there. And there's so much information. So I've dug through a lot of the content, and I want to break it down for you in really basic terms, can totally simplify things for you guys, and show you why insurance is so important, and the different kinds of insurance, and what the options are available to you guys, okay? So what I'm talking about today is being proactive in life. We've all heard this before. We need to be proactive and not reactive, okay? If you're reacting to something bad that happened to you, then you're already behind the eight ball, because we've all been told how important it is to be thinking ahead. None of us live in bubbles, okay? We don't have a giant S on our chest. We're human beings. Life happens. We need to operate our lives with the assumption that something bad may happen to us in the future. I know it's a defense mechanism for us to think, that'll never happen to me. But those are the famous last words, aren't they? That'll never happen to me. So guys, I'm going to share my screen with you. Check this out.
Alright guys, so I'm going to start with the very basics here. I want to make sure that you guys understand the importance of having insurance, because you might be convincing yourself already, Andrew, why do I need insurance? I never get sick, I never get hurt, I don't even have any dependents. This is why I'm making this video. You are the person I'm talking to, because I want you guys to understand that if you don't have that system in place to catch you when you fall, that cushion, that padding, then you're on thin ice. You're in precarious waters there. You are definitely at risk of losing everything. So I am going to operate this strategy here, this video here, in the sense that I'm assuming that you guys already have an investment strategy in place. Because if you're looking at a video like this, then chances are you're actively seeking out investment strategies, or you already are involved in certain investment strategies, and you've already ticked off that tick box there, right? Because you understand that you don't want to work every day for the rest of your life. So what I want to do here is I want you guys to understand the importance of pairing an insurance strategy with your investment strategy. And the reason why I say this is because if it took you 5, 10, 15 years building this nest egg up, you're going to want to protect that, right? Because it took you time, and you can always go out there and make more money, but you'll never go back out there and make more time. So my question that I'm posing to you guys, some of these difficult questions that I'm going to pose to you guys, is what would you do if you were to become injured or sick or diagnosed with something, and you lost half of your investment? Half of it was gone, or maybe 3/4, or maybe all of it. So now you're faced with the situation of starting all over again, and people every single year, all around Canada, all around the US, all around the world, are facing this exact situation because they didn't pair an insurance strategy with their investment strategy. So if you only have one strategy, your investment strategy, your nest egg, then believe it or not, that nest egg is serving two jobs. It's your insurance and your investment. You're only going to get one out of it, but it's doing both jobs. You've got your investment strategy that's making you money, and then you've got your insurance strategy that is going to protect the money that you have, so that you don't have to start all over from square one. You don't have to take that 5, 10, 15, 25 years that some of us may not have to start all over and build it all up from scratch. Okay, so I hope this is painting a picture for you guys, because accidents happen. You can wait, I can wait, but accidents, they don't wait. The same thing with sicknesses, the same thing with diagnoses. When you guys look at the numbers and the statistics of how many people are going to be diagnosed with cancer or diabetes or heart disease, the numbers, they're not happy. They're not great numbers, and unfortunately the statistics all show that at some point or another we are going to be dealing with some kind of financial hardship due to one of these situations, because people are living longer and longer and longer, which is just making these diseases more and more likely. So these are the tough questions that I'm posting to you guys, and now I want to show you some of the different kinds of coverages out there available to you. Now, before I get into the different kinds of insurance, I just wanted to quickly show you guys the definition of insurance from Wikipedia here. So insurance is a means of protection from financial loss. It is a form of risk management. And the reason why I'm highlighting this here for you guys is because this is everything. This is the whole deal behind insurance. This is how the industry has been designed to basically cover your butt. It's all about CYA, cover your ass, right? So this is transferring risk. And I want to highlight this for you because it's everything. You are transferring risk away from yourself, away from your loved ones, away from your family, and onto an insurance company. They're basically selling you that guarantee. They're selling you that promise. They're selling you the in the event of a situation where the universe throws you that curveball and disaster strikes, we are going to protect you, following these specified guidelines that we all sat down and agreed to in the beginning, right? So just wanted to highlight that for you guys first. And coming over here to the list, this might be a bit of a surprise for you guys, but there's all kinds of insurance out there. There's probably some obscure ones here that you guys have never heard of, and then of course there's the big ones like life insurance, group insurance. For the most part, I think most people will have an understanding of that, but then there's going to be some weird ones out there too. I can't believe, yeah, alien abduction insurance, yes, it's out there. There's all kinds of insurance out there, guys. Stop loss insurance, that's a form of insurance when you're investing in the stock market and want to protect yourself, hedge yourself against a loss. Insurance is a powerful tool, and in my experience, not enough people are actually taking advantage of this powerful tool. Now what I want to show you guys here is probably a list here of the more well-known forms of insurance. Okay, so the reason why I'm starting this is because I want you guys to identify what is the flow of cash flow, the flow of money look like in your forms of protection. Because over here on the left, I got a list of forms of insurance that we're probably all very familiar with. We got mortgage, home, life, medical, health insurance, travel, and vehicle insurance. Now I want to ask you a very important question. Who is the beneficiary for mortgage insurance? Really think about that, okay? I would have to say probably half the people I ask this question to actually get it wrong. And it's not your fault. It's just because the education system and the insurance industry as a whole have us kind of brainwashed in a sense of what a beneficiary actually is. Please, whenever I say beneficiary, it's basically where whoever's getting the money. All right, focus on that. Who is getting the money? Now, and this is why I'm making this video, just so that to open up your eyes to some terms that maybe you're not used to using on a regular basis. But the reason why I'm highlighting this, guys, is because you and your family members and your dependents are not the beneficiary for mortgage insurance. It's the bank or the lender, okay? Because they basically found a way to protect themselves. And what I'm trying to get here is start thinking like the bank, start thinking like the lender. They basically found a way to get you to pay the monthly premium to protect their financial situation. And that's a pretty scary prospect when you really sit down to think about it. But the bank is pretty smart at making money, right? They've been around for a long time, and they're going to continue to be around a long time, long after we're gone. But you are paying the monthly premiums that someone else will actually see the benefit. Now let's move along here. Home. Who is the beneficiary for your house insurance? It's actually the home. Okay. Now think about this: fire insurance, flood insurance. If something happens to your house, are you getting a check? Because some of you probably are watching this video thinking, nope. When my pipes burst, they sent an appraiser to my house. They took care of the contractors. They took care of everything. They told me exactly what they would fix, and they told me exactly what they wouldn't fix. So the money goes towards the house. They don't just show up and cut you a check and say, we're so sorry you just had a terrible flood in your house or something like that, right? So really think about the cash flow in these situations, guys. Where does the money go? Now, I would hope this one's a little bit more obvious. Life insurance. You are not the beneficiary, right? So obviously you're probably going to have your spouse or your dependents, maybe a very close friend, your parents, someone that's close to you that you want to be taking, you want to make sure they are taken care of in the event that, God forbid, something terrible were to happen to you tomorrow or the next week or the next month. For the most part, I think everyone understands the importance, of life insurance, because you want your loved ones to not experience financial hardship when they lose your income, right? So moving along here, medical health insurance. I'm coming to you guys from Vancouver, BC, and British Columbia. We got something called MSP, Medical Services Plan. Everybody pays $75 a month to participate in this, and I want to ask you, who is the beneficiary? Hospitals, doctors, and nurses. Okay, it is not you. You are paying the monthly premium, $75. Assuming you make enough income, you're paying $75 a month. And then in the event that you need medical treatment, You're obviously going to the hospitals. You expect the nurses and the doctors there to help you get better and to treat you. So that's where your monthly premium is going to. You're not actually seeing a financial benefit from that. I find that a lot of local people that I come across here have a very broad misunderstanding of what MSP actually does. That a lot of people think, oh, MSP, I got MSP. Yeah, but if you're in the hospital for a month, MSP is not going to cover your mortgage. It's not going to cover your cell phone bill. It's not going to cover your car payment, right? So that's not what that insurance is designed for. It's a completely separate tool that protects you in a different kind of way. Travel insurance. Who's the beneficiary for travel insurance? And now you're probably thinking, well, Andrew, I am. Of course, I'm going to get my money back, right? Well, that's just it. You're getting your money back. I put a little asterisk here because really the hospitals, the airlines, the hotels, you are basically covering yourself in the event that something were to happen and now you can't go on your trip, right? So the people that charged you for that trip, the airlines, the hotels, you're basically getting reimbursed for the money that you already spent. So you're not any further ahead. You're not protected. You just got your money back. You're still dealing with whatever issue that originally prevented you from going on that trip, and you're just being reimbursed. Okay, so yes, it's better than nothing, but you're certainly not the beneficiary because you're just breaking even in this situation, right? And that's how I want you guys thinking. I want you guys thinking about your mindset in this sense. Now, vehicle insurance. I hope you guys are seeing a bit of a pattern here. So you got your car insurance, boat insurance, and it is protecting your car or your boat. If something happens to your car, it's going to go towards your car. You are not being paid. If you wreck your bumper, well, now your car goes into the shop. The bumper gets fixed, and then you get your car back. Okay, that's where the money is going. Now, let's move over to this right-hand side here. Maybe you guys are familiar with critical illness insurance, disability insurance, or maybe even hospitalization insurance. So the way critical insurance is designed is because if any of you have sat down with a financial advisor, you've probably heard them say this to you. You should always have 6 to 12 months of your expenses set aside in the event of an emergency, right? In the event that you need it. That's effectively what critical illness insurance is. If you get diagnosed with cancer, diabetes, heart disease, this will then give you a one-time lump sum payment of $100,000, $50,000, $25,000. It just depends on the policy, the particular policy, right? Who's the beneficiary? Well, I hope you got this one. It's you. You are the beneficiary. You are getting a big fat check in the mail, okay, or from your agent. Now, same thing, disability insurance. So, God forbid you get injured, you get sick, something bad happens to you, and you're unable to work. The insurance company most likely has an elimination period set up for you, 90 days, 120 days, where you're in what's called that self-insurance period. It's much like the deductible on your car insurance, right? And then at that day 91 or day 121, that's when your disability coverage will kick in, and you will most likely be receiving 65% of your income at that point, right? So again, who's the beneficiary? You are, because you're getting the check, and you get to decide where that money goes. Now, some of you might be wondering, Andrew, what the hell is hospitalization insurance? I've heard of the first two, but this one I haven't heard of. This one is amazing. I actually have a thorough knowledge on this product here that not every insurance company out there has, but you trust me when I say that if you're doing your homework properly, you will come across companies that offer hospitalization benefits to you. And again, once again, you are the beneficiary. There is no elimination period if you go to the right company. They will provide you these benefits, and you will get paid from day one, the first day you end up in the hospital from a sickness or injury. So guys, I want you guys to take a very good close look at the difference of these lists. Clearly these products over here, they have a purpose, and they're very important. I don't want to discount that at all. I just want you guys to know that you are paying monthly premiums for something that you will not actually see a financial benefit of. These over here, however, these actually do protect you. These are the cash flow is going towards you. This is simply something I want to highlight for you guys, because in my experience, most people have a gross misunderstanding when it comes to the insurance policies that they have in place, what is actually protecting them and what is actually protecting someone else. And guys, this is exactly why I know what I'm talking about here, because I have these hospitalization benefits in place. I recognized that I was at risk of something potentially happening, and I wanted to be proactive in my life. So yeah, these are pictures of me. I spent 2 days in hospital this past June for a kidney stone. For those of you who've had a kidney stone, I don't need to explain it to you and how awful it is. And if you haven't had a kidney stone, then please feel fortunate. Feel lucky that you haven't experienced this. So my ability to earn an income was taken away from me for these 2 days. Plus, I needed another few days on the couch watching Netflix just to recover, right? And I submitted a claim with the company, and I received a check for $1,650. I can guarantee you guys that this means all the difference in the world for someone who depends on that regular paycheck to come in to pay for their quality of life and the quality of life of their loved ones. This wasn't even the maximum coverage that I could have purchased. After this happened, I actually did go out and purchase additional coverage so that in the event of anything happening to me in the future, my benefit will be a larger sum. And just to give you guys an idea here of what I'm paying to, this one check actually covers almost 32 months worth of my sickness premiums. So effectively, I have 2.5 years of free sickness insurance now. Just to give you an idea, there is no crazy high premiums for a protection like this that maybe some of you aren't familiar with. But I wanted to share my own personal story with you guys so that you understand that these systems do work, and when you have proper protection in place, it really does offer you that peace of mind.
Right on, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video on insurance. I hope this inspired you and motivated you to dig up some more information. This is only the tip of the iceberg. I didn't want the video to go too long. This is basically designed to wet your whistle and get you curious and interested in the exciting world of insurance. I know how that sounds, but if you saw some value in this video, hit that thumbs up button, give me a like, write in the comments section below, let me know what you thought, and if you have any suggestions for future videos, that'll help you guys out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. Other than that, guys, take care.